Have you ever just stopped and wondered why your brain does the things it does? Like, why do we overthink, or why do we procrastinate, or why do we make a decision that we know doesn't really make that much sense in the first place? Because I do, all the time. And instead of feeling guilty about it or ignoring it, we should just talk about it. So let's figure it out together. Hello everyone, I'm Jordan, and this is Say Psych. If you're here because you're curious about psychology or mental health and behavioral health, or you just want to understand yourself a little bit better, then you are absolutely in the right place. And if you have seen some of my other videos on my other channel and you just like my vibe, you are also in the right place. Say Psych is basically where I talk about how the mind works in a way that is human and honest. We'll talk about psychology, we'll talk about mental and behavioral health, and we'll talk about all those little patterns and things that we've recognized but don't really know how to explain. It's not going to get super overly complicated or academic. This is all about learning about things so that we can find ways to apply them in the real world. For a little background, I have a psychology degree. I worked with mental and behavioral health patients at a hospital. I currently work with kids with autism, and I plan on being in this field forever. But more than that, this is personal for me. Growing up, I feel like I didn't see that much representation or even conversation about anything related to mental health and psychology in general. It was a very taboo topic. So as I started getting deeper into the field and learning more about things, I realized there was a huge gap, a lot of representation missing for Black women and for Black women with ADHD. And instead of waiting around for those conversations to be started and for that representation to be seen, I decided to start the conversation and be the representation. So that's what Say Psych is. A place where we can have a conversation, multiple conversations hopefully, and learn as much as we can together. You'll have an opportunity to reflect and learn and not feel like you're being judged or like you need to be fixed. It's a place where it's okay to feel curious about yourself and your experiences actually matter. On this channel, you'll see a mix of things. There'll be a little bit more of the educational stuff, so we'll talk more about like research studies or specific theories or conditions or things that I've just been reading up on. And there'll be more personal things, like I'll talk about my own personal experiences as someone who works in the mental health field, but also as someone who has experienced mental health related issues in the past. And sometimes I'll do deeper dives into smaller things that I feel like deserve a little bit more than a surface level conversation. But at the end of the day, like I said, this channel is all about learning and growing together. So if there's something you want to hear about or something you want to learn more about that I haven't mentioned already, just let me know. I'm happy to do the research. I love stuff like this. I'm basically a psych nerd turned content creator. Feel free to leave those questions and comments in the comments. I'm really excited about where we're headed. This is no longer a series. This is a safe space, and I'm happy to have you here. So, like I said before, welcome to Say Psych with me, Jordan.